Come on, man. Hey guys, we got lots of stuff to talk about, but before we do that, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate the support. So let's get to it. Yesterday, we had some announcements from Microsoft at the Samsung event, where Samsung has revealed some of their newer platforms, devices that they're coming out with. And that's the Samsung Note 20 and the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7. And they kind of made this deal where they're going to have Game Pass trials given to people that pre-order, and I think it's a smart move, because if you really look at the amount of people that are going to be buying that phone, they're going to get to try game streaming for the first time and actually have console quality games. It's going to be a game changer for mobile devices, and it's going to be a game changer for streaming, because this is the first time where it's really going to seem like a viable solution for people to play games. And it's a really smart move by them. Now, I just wish Apple would get on board with this. You have over 40% of the mobile users out there on Apple products, but Apple has these policies that are just limiting companies like Microsoft and Google from really pushing the streaming platform forward because of archaic policies, just trying to close down that Apple brand and making everything have to run 100% through Apple. So we'll see if they make some adjustments to that to where they can actually release it. I hope they do. I hope xCloud Game Pass Ultimate comes to iPhones and to iPads. As of right now, I think it seems unlikely. I don't think it's going to hurt Xbox as much as it will hurt Apple. If they don't change this, then you're going to have one platform that has one major thing that the other doesn't. Before, these phones have been pretty comparable. People like the Apple products because they run really smooth and operate really well, and the apps all function really great. And people like Samsung and Android products because they're more open and you can do more different things with them. And those all just vary the quality based on the device, But now there's going to be a pretty big differentiator. So when you go and pick up a phone come September, or actually, September 15th is when xCloud launches. So come September 15th, when you go and pick up a phone, you're going to have options. And they're about the same price between a Samsung Note and an iPhone 11 or whatever they end up announcing down the road. And one, you can play console quality games on that are day one releases. Big games like Halo Infinite, Gears 5, Forza. You're going to have games like State of Decay 3, and all these Game Pass games and the Xbox Game Showcase games that they revealed. All 22 of those games are going to be day one on Game Pass. And as of launch, you're already going to have over 100 Game Pass games. So why Apple just doesn't see this as a problem, I guess. I don't really know, but if you compare Apple's gaming subscription service to what xCloud is going to be able to offer as far as the types of games you can play, it's just night and day, So when I'm going to go choose a device, it's going to be heavily favored now because I like to play games towards one device, and that's going to be an Android device. Yeah, I just hope Apple changes their policies, because for work I have to use an iPhone, and it's our company, has apps that we use that are primarily Apple based apps, and I get Apple products to make my life easier without having to convert things and adjust things all the time, right? Again, that's a problem with Apple not sharing their apps with other programs and stuff, so the Apple's doing their thing. It works for them, but ultimately, I think it's going to cost them sales on phones unless they do something about it. Because if I can play console quality games on the go or anywhere in the house, it's like having a Xbox handheld. You know, if I can turn my phone into an Xbox handheld device or a tablet into a little mobile display for my Xbox games, I'm going to choose those devices over Apple products. So they're making a mistake as far as not adjusting their policies. And we'll see. Maybe they are behind the scenes and they're just not ready to announce something yet. But the news that was coming out that the beta is over, that they've ended it prematurely now with where it was supposed to end in September sometime. And now they just cut it because of the deadline ending for Apple or whatever stupid policy it is. Without any new news coming on that front, these beta testers and stuff said the app isn't working anymore. So, looks like it's their loss. Plenty of Android devices out there, and I think it's just going to be even more sold. I know that next time I'm going to have a harder decision to make, and I'm not going to be using an iPad anymore. I'm going to go get myself a Samsung tablet or any Android tablet, really. So yeah, I think it's smart what Xbox is doing, and I think it's stupid what Apple's doing. Make it work. Just open up your policies a little bit. Stop being so stingy. Let's let people play games on their devices. Your Apple service is mainly mobile style games. I think you should try and enhance your platform instead of restrict it. That's just my take. One thing I did want to mention though is there is a potential threat to Game Pass and xCloud, and I don't think anybody's really talking about it because Sony hasn't really talked about it that much, and that's with Sony's platform PlayStation Now. As it is right now, it's not a threat at all. And neither is Google Stadia or any other streaming platform. This is a one-horse race right now, and Microsoft is running down the track without anybody in sight behind them as far as streaming goes. And there's one other horse that could get on the track and really start to gain some steam and potentially pass them up, and that's Sony and PlayStation. Because if Sony and PlayStation was to copy the model that Microsoft has, and they had the technology and they can pull it off, that's the key. It's not easy to pull off, but the technology will get there for all these other companies, because Microsoft is being a little bit of a pioneer with this, but doesn't mean they're going to be the only horse in the race down the line. When Sony catches up with this, if they choose to go this route, you are going to have a hard time as any other platform competing against what Sony has to offer with their games lineup. So, if Sony was to actually copy the Microsoft model and able to make it work and go that route, I think that's end game right there. But as of right now, they're not in that race. They're still kind of just doing what they're doing with PlayStation Now, and not having their first party games at launch, and not really pushing the streaming stuff that much. But we'll see. Maybe that'll change. Maybe they have that planned. And if they announce something big like that, that's going to be pretty crazy. That'll send shockwaves. Can you imagine God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn and Ghost of Tsushima and Spider-Man all being able to be streamed on your mobile device wherever you are, and for $14.99 a month. Right now Microsoft wouldn't have as much of an answer for that, because you still got games coming out on Xbox that are really exciting, like Halo Infinite. Like, it's going to be huge. People are going to be able to get that game for $14.99 a month, and you don't even have to have a console. People are going to do that a lot. Think about how many Android devices are out there. It's crazy. But man, if you have all those exclusives from Sony that did it, yeah, that'd be even crazier. So, we'll see what happens. I know that eventually this is going to become more of a reality for the other platforms, because right now we're just talking about Xbox, Microsoft, because they're the ones who are leading this way right now. And we'll see if Sony and PlayStation and them can catch up by the time that Microsoft starts dropping these other 22 games or 21 games, or however many they had at the game showcase that were new titles down the line. Because you're going to have State of Decay 3, you have the new Obsidian AAA RPG that I can never... Avowed. I can never remember that name. Avowed. It's going to be amazing. You have Fable. All these games that are going to be coming out. If Sony is able to get ahead of those and do something with streaming, then I think it would be a game changer. But if they lag behind those, then at that point Microsoft's lineup is going to be apples to apples more on the exclusives front for game releases. So right now Sony's really heavily invested in this is our device, and it's an amazing device, and we're going to make amazing games for this device, and we're going to push that. And that's great. I love that. I don't like some of the weird exclusive stuff they're doing with gatekeeping Spider-Man to the PS5, and then also doing the exclusive third-party deal with Square Enix for Spider-Man only on the Avengers PlayStation version. I don't like that stuff. But as far as their model of, this is our device, we're just going to make kick-ass games for this device, and we're going to make it run really good, and we're going to keep making AAA games, I like that approach. I like Microsoft's approach more, because I think it's more going to allow me to play games in different ways and do more with my games lineup and my games that I own. And the subscription model is really good and everything. So personally, I preferred that one. But I also really like what Sony's doing with theirs. Now, if Sony does both, then yeah, it would be pretty crazy to see. So if they really want to deliver a kill shot to Microsoft, it's not by getting Spider-Man for the Avengers crappy game that we keep hearing crappy stuff about right now, with all these previews that are coming out and everybody saying they're more than underwhelmed about how that game is actually playing and looking right now. So coming out with Spider-Man, as crappy as that may be and how much I hate that as an exclusive for that game, that doesn't hurt Microsoft, and it's not going to affect what Microsoft's success is going to be, because Microsoft's running a different race right now. They're in a different, they're looking at something much larger than what Sony is. And if Sony gets in that game and really tries to play ball there, that's where they're gonna really, really make some damage to Microsoft. But I don't know if they're gonna do it. I don't know if they have the capability of doing it. I don't know if they want to do it. So we'll see. I don't think it's very profitable at this point. So maybe that's why Sony isn't interested in it. I think they're, not as large of a corporation that Microsoft is. So Microsoft can afford to play around with this till they get it right. So we'll see what happens a couple years from now. But as of right now, Apple sucks. Yeah, they do. Let's get Xbox games on Apple, so I don't have to convert numbers to Google Sheets or Excel, and I don't have to convert pages to Word for work. I want to play my games on my device. Microsoft's trying to make it happen. Apple, you're trying to keep them from making it happen. So therefore, you suck. But I'll keep using your phone. Anyway, that's all I got for right now, guys. I appreciate the time. Like I said, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. Let me know what you guys think about all this, and we'll see what today brings. I'm sure there's gonna be I'm sure there's gonna be more news. I did see that as of last night, people are saying Xbox Live Gold is free right now. I don't know if it's free to play weekend. It's Thursday, so that doesn't make sense unless they consider Thursday the weekend. I don't know, but I think there could be news coming on that front. So we'll see. All right, take it easy, guys. Bye.